Pastor Marianne Kellenbach from Living Faith Church in Tradition, Florida, which is located in the city of Port St. Lucie. And today is Friday, May the 8th, the end of a week. Well, almost the end of the week. And today we're going to talk about breathing, something that we do every single day. We better be doing it every single day. Something that is unconscious to us. We don't even realize that we're even doing it. It's something that is naturally. Breathing is a natural thing that we do. And sometimes we can get all caught up and not even realize that we're breathing. Now, if you run a marathon or you ride your bicycle or you do any type of an exerting exercise, you do become very aware of your breath. You find that you're breathing heavier. And as a matter of fact, you may get out of breath very, very easily. You become very breathless. The same thing will happen if you all of a sudden find yourself very tense or extremely anxious or something scares you. You might get caught up in your breath where you almost don't breathe because you're so frightened and you're holding your breath. But we're going to talk about breath and how the Holy Spirit, God, breathed life into us. And that breath that's breathed into us is Holy Spirit breath. It is the breath of life. We heard in John's Gospel shortly after, I think it was the first Sunday after Easter. So it was the first Sunday of Easter, when we heard about Jesus breathing into the disciples who were gathered in that upper room that first evening when he rose from the dead, how Jesus breathed into them peace, breath, life. It is the gift of life. How when we hear the story of creation, and we imagine, God taking earth, right, and forming the form of a human being, and then breathing life into that earthling, that human being, breath, the breath of life. So, I want you to hear this today, and this comes from a book that's called Moments in Between. It is a book that I purchased, oh my gosh, I think I was in my first year in seminary, and it was to take some moments in between, the quiet time that I need in my life. And so now I share this with you today. This is from the Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh, and he says, "Our breath is the bridge from our body to our mind." So close your eyes now and listen to this as you breathe. It is impossible to overemphasize the importance of deep, conscious breathing. Its benefits are numerous and profound, far beyond what one might expect from an activity so common and automatic. The tendency in our speeded up world is to breathe shallow, quick breaths that contribute to our general feeling of tightness and hurry. As you breathe in, close your eyes and allow the breath to gently push your stomach out. Pause there for a brief moment, then breathe out as your stomach returns to normal. We're going to do this together. And as you breathe out, allow your jaw and your shoulders to drop in an easy manner. Relax and feel the relaxation flow from the top of your head down to your fingertips. Stay still for a moment and then repeat the breathing. So let's try to do this together. There are different forms of breathing. We're just going to do the one that you know and you're so natural, and that's breathing in through your nose. And you can either breathe out through your nose or your mouth. But when you breathe in, I want you to feel your stomach filling up. And then as you breathe out, imagine that your stomach, your navel, your belly button is being sucked all the way to the back to your back. So, and when you breathe in, as you breathe in, I want your lungs are filling up. I also want you to imagine that breath. So the author says to your fingertips, I want you to imagine that breath going right to your toes, that you can feel that oxygen coming in to your body. So now take a moment to close your eyes, and I want you to breathe in with me on the count of 4. Hold your breath. And then push it out on the count of 4. Now, what you might find actually start to happen is you get dizzy. Because when I started to do this, I found that I would get dizzy. So only do it about 4 times. But take that time each and every day to do that type of breathing. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine that it is God who's breathing into your nostrils. Love, light, healing. And then as you breathe out, you are also breathing that love out, because as we know in creation, the plants need our carbon dioxide that we exhale. God, our creator, is totally amazing. So I want you to, as our author says, remember to breathe this way as often as you can. Every breath can bring us to a moment of peace and tranquility. Remember, especially when you are nervous, upset, angry, stressed, on stage, concentrating, rushed, or in so many other tense moments that seem so frequent in these days. How appropriate for today. As a Vietnamese monk and teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us, when we breathe, there is an automatic connection between soul and body. We are brought to an awareness of our spiritual natures by the physical act of breathing. On this day, as you go through your day, wherever you may be, take time just to stop and breathe in 2 or 3 deep breaths. And I want you to visualize and imagine that it is God breathing into you as God breathed into every single human being that has walked the face of the earth and will continue to walk the face of the earth. And may you find peace on this day through the gift of the Holy Spirit. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Blessings. Bye.